When we talk about isolation, the first thing that comes to mind is a place that is far from civilization and where few people live. While there are many towns around the world that are incredibly remote, one stands out as the most isolated: Tristan da Cunha. Tristan da Cunha is an island located in the South Atlantic Ocean, about 2,000 kilometers off the coast of South Africa. It is part of a group of islands known as the Tristan da Cunha archipelago, which also includes the islands of Go and Inaccessible. The island is incredibly remote and can only be reached by a 5-day boat trip from Cape Town, South Africa, or a week-long journey from Saint Helena Island, which is itself one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth. The island is home to just over 250 people, making it one of the smallest communities in the world. The people who live on Tristan da Cunha are mostly descendants of the original settlers who arrived on the island in the early 1800s. Despite its isolation, the island has a thriving community with its own government, school, and church. The island is incredibly isolated, and as a result, the people who live there must be completely self-sufficient. They grow their own vegetables, raise their own livestock, and catch fish from the ocean. There are no restaurants or shops on the island, and everything that is needed must be brought in by boat. The isolation of Tristan da Cunha is both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it provides a sense of peace and tranquility that is hard to find anywhere else. The island is surrounded by the vast expanse of the South Atlantic Ocean, and the only sounds are the waves crashing on the shore and the calls of seabirds. The people who live on the island have a strong sense of community, and everyone knows each other. The isolation has also allowed the people of Tristan da Cunha to maintain a traditional way of life that is steeped in history and culture. On the other hand, the isolation of Tristan da Cunha can also be challenging. The island is completely cut off from the rest of the world for most of the year, and the people who live there must be entirely self-sufficient. Medical emergencies and other crises can be difficult to deal with, as there is no hospital or emergency services on the island. The weather can also be unpredictable, with storms and high winds, making it difficult for boats to reach the island. Despite these challenges, the people of Tristan da Cunha are proud of their island and their way of life. They have a deep connection to the land and the sea, and their isolation has allowed them to develop a unique culture that is unlike anywhere else in the world. While the island may be the most isolated town in the world, it is also one of the most fascinating and inspiring places on Earth.